Google Reader has just rolled out an update to the system. The update, from what I can see, is meant to resemble that of the Gmail update and Google Voice and a few other systems by look and design. You can see on my screen that I've got the new Google Reader, and I see that there's a link here for import/export settings. I'm going to open that so I don't lose it, so I can come back later. For now, though, I will close it, and let's get started. So just like before, you could see on the left-hand side of my screen all of the content that I subscribe to. Here we see some articles. Let's click on any one of these. Now, before, I pretty much had everything in a collapsed mode. So you'll see at the top I can still get to this mark all as read. And if I scroll through this list, I should be able to see a mark anything older than a day is read, mark anything older than a week is read. Yeah, so there we go. Mark old items older than a day, a week, 2 weeks, etc. Or I can mark just everything as read. Also under this, you see I could toggle between either seeing everything or just what's new. And under the folder settings, I still get the same features that I had before, which is sort by magic, translate, more content like these, so it will suggest. I still can create a bundle, rename a folder, delete the folder, unsubscribe from everything, and check out what's going on in Google Reader Play. Now, by default, I have my Google Reader set up to go to this particular folder. That's something that I had done a while ago, and you could see that when you click on the folders drop-down, you get this Set as Start Page option. But you also can, again, create the bundles, create more things like this, unsubscribe from everything. Pretty much the same options as what you see up here in the folder, but with the addition of marking something as your main folder that you want to see on startup. Let's go in and take a look at Google Reader's official article listed here. So we'll see here's the Google Reader blog that I'm subscribed to inside of Google Reader. At the very bottom, what we get here is a little bit different. We get the ability to star something, to +1 it. So I could click on this, and that's going to say I've +1'd it, and now I can share it out. Feels a little bit more clunky than just clicking that RSS button. I could email it, keep it unread, or use any of my send to features that were listed above. So I don't get a like and a share button separately. I just get one streamlined +1 button. You also see in the top corners here we can switch between compact mode or slightly expanded. So here is the alternate in list view. And then here is the expanded view. So that's your just see the titles of the articles or see everything in the article. I don't like seeing everything in the article, so I'm going to go back to collapsed mode, because what I often do is I read, I share, and then I mark as read. So there's that. What I do also see here is Google Reader shares. I still see kind of lingering, and this may change shortly, but other things that people are sharing end up in here, and it's not telling me who shared this necessarily. I just see that it's been +1'd, and I can see by who. So that's pretty interesting. Other than that, I see most of the same stuff. I see a subscribe button up at the top. If I go to my home option, the official home, not the folder I've made as home, we'll see here is the normal home information. It's going to show me some things that might be of interest. On the top right, we'll see what I recently shared, what I marked to keep on read, what I've read, and then some tips and tricks. If I want to, under all items, see my trends, here are the trends you'll see when I most of the time spent inside of Google Reader. And again, just looking over time of day and week and what article I've read. It's the same information as before, it's just a little bit more of a clean, slick layout. You also see read, clicked, what things I've clicked on, starred, emailed, and mobile. So you won't see shared anymore listed in this area. We also see what things are still, again, inactive, obscure updates. We could also do a browse for stuff. and look at all of our shared, or I mean our starred items. So here are some bundles under the browse for stuff, and I can see here are things that I can just simply browse for. I could do a search for any articles I want to subscribe to, and track keyword searches. That's pretty interesting. They've changed this up a little bit. It tells me where do you want to track it. So this is basically Google Alerts rolled into Google Reader. I could say which sites I want it to be on. I could search all blogs, Google News, Twitter, and then I could subscribe to these things. Or if you want a more robust option, you could just jump into Google Alerts. Then under recommendations, these are things based on what I'm subscribing to that might be useful in case you're not familiar with Google Reader. Under the Explore option, we get a few, again, it's recommended items, recommended sources, so things that based on what I have subscribed to, what they're thinking that I should take a look at. So the Explore area that's there, that's just, again, their recommendations based on what I am reading so far, ways that I can get in and read some of that content. Generally, though, I'm thinking that I really will miss the features that were over in Google Reader before this. You know, I actually have rolled in a little bit of, I've got the PostRank plugin that's going to tell me the articles. I'm sure that will get an update. I've also got a slight theme going on mine, so I've skinned it just a wee bit, and with that it gives me some of these, the favicons listed here, so that I can quickly and easily see all of the articles that what they're coming from. I would know that's USA Today just by looking at the picture. But what I will miss most is connecting with some great folks because they have clicked to share an article inside of Reader. I like the content curation that can happen, and I like seeing the little icons of the people that I am connected with, being able to see the people that I follow, articles that they are sharing, you know, what my friend list happens to be doing. And there's a lot of people that I've connected with inside of Google Reader over the past 5 years, and this is probably the one thing that I really am going to miss the most, is being able to see some of these things right inside of Google Reader, with the intent that I don't really see me jumping into, for instance, Google Plus, and seeing quite as easily out of all the things that I'm subscribing to what other people are looking at and sharing the most. Now what I'll have to do is go look at, for instance, if I wanted to see what Avi Joseph is sharing, I'll have to open up Google Plus, go to Avi's circle, or put Avi into a list of people that I've followed inside of Google Reader, and then make that connection happen. But in that same pile of things that people I've followed in Google Reader, if I were to put them in their own private circle, I guess what that will mean is that I have to basically look at every update or status that they share publicly with me, not just what they're sharing out of Google Reader, because at this time, Plus isn't giving us any filters to say, show us just what's happening from Google Reader. Nor can people turn off, if they don't want to see things that people are sharing from Google Reader to Google Plus. So I'd have to either make a circle manually, or go to each user's profile and see everything that they've shared, no matter where it come from. And what I want to do is look at, are they sharing things inside of Google Plus that I have, or inside of Google Reader that I happen to be subscribed to already inside of Google Reader. So my take overall is a cleaner UI. That's great. The main thing it's lacking is the ability to share. So please bring the feature back.